in here as soon as I tap on. Girl, you know what that means. I'm going to give you some free cards. Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad YouTube allowed you to see me live. That's great. That's really great. So let's go ahead and get in to just seeing what's going to come out for you with your person. Okay, what is the current energy tonight with your person in regards to you? Three of Pentacles in the reverse, Empress in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles in the upright, bottom of the deck is Five of Wands. You know what, Ling? He's not doing a third-party thing anymore. That's not growing. There must be some kind of a third-party karmic situation disappearing. Okay? He is going to jump in through a new beginning. All right? Tonight, he's just not participating in any third-party shenanigans. It's a struggle for him to come forward with you still, but there is going to be an offer coming up this year, and I think he's very interested on working things out with you, Eight of Pentacles, and I think you're going to have a victory with this person, Ling, Six of Wands. That's what I see, girl. He did text you happy birthday, and no more text. I told you he was going to contact you. I told you. I was like, he's going to contact you. Take it slow. Remember, he's taking baby steps. Baby steps. But we're getting there, okay? All right. That's always a wonderful beginning. Hello, markers. Hello, everybody. Welcome back into my reading. Hi, Steven. Hello. WM, welcome. And Mama Sabrina and her little rascals. It's good to see you. You guys are so cute. All right, so we're going to get in now to the collective and just see what's up. We're going to do you versus your person and just see where you guys are at with each other, okay? By the way, I don't know if you guys shop at Bath and Body Works. I know they say it's toxic, but I'm addicted, so I have issues. If you do shop there, I highly recommend this candle. It is called Greenhouse Fern. It's beautiful. I can't tell you how good this smells. Oh, it's one of my new favorite scents. It reminds me of The Secret Garden. It reminds me of clean, fresh greenhouse. That's what I can best describe it. Like coming into a greenhouse right after the rain, you know? It smells lovely. So if you do go there, I recommend that candle. It's great for days like today on a Wednesday, or Thursday, excuse me. It's great for days like today, Thursdays, because that beautiful energy, the yellow flame, the yellow really kind of signifies Jupiter. And then a little green goes a long way. Green candles, green glass, for money and financial gain, prosperity and abundance, also personal health and healing. So this is a great candle to get. All right, so let's see what's going on with your person. All right, let's see what's going on with you. So bottom of the deck, overall energy for the both of you together is this beautiful Justice card. And that means things are finally going to get better for you guys in a good way. Like justice is here. Whew. Take a big breath in, a big sigh, and just be like, yes, this is the energy that I need. I need justice in my life. I need good judgment. I need fairness. All right, I need things to be right. And justice is taking a good, hard look at the both of you, making those decisions, deciding. Oh, well, your person got a bonus here. I didn't realize. But your person right now is 5 of Pentacles, delays around money, and also coming in from the cold. And then we've got 3 swords, deception, frustration, jealousy, and a broken heart. Your person is ready to bring you in from the cold. Your person realizes they broke your heart. Oh, and they got the Chariot. They're looking forward to seeing you or moving forward. Your person is definitely considering moving in with you. It says movement or residence. Journey and victory over a situation or problem. And balancing out the energy between the both of you. Your person is happy you guys are going to be getting over a fight, an argument, a difficulty. Something that was just obviously not good for the both of you, didn't feel good for either of you. But now they're coming out of it with you. And this is a victory. This is, yes, we finally got out of this argument, this anger between one another. This is good news. Yeah, this is good news. And this is the justice you were looking for. But this was also the justice that they were looking for. They were hoping that you would forgive them and that you guys could start talking again and things would be better between the both of you. And right now they think, yeah, this is what's happening. Things are better between the both of you. Let's get this to clarify a little bit more of that energy. Oh, well, we have the scythe. From what I've been told, it's called a scythe or scythe. But I saw a video today and somebody said the word scythe. So they could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know. Why we can't just call it a knife is beyond me. But knife, scythe sound pretty similar. So I'm going to stick with that. There's definitely something that's been cut between you guys. And this is going to be a good movement forward. Hi, Asia. Kieran. Oh, you got questions? We're going to do readings at the end after this video. You're about to hear that they're getting done with the situation. They're going to be calling you and texting you over the next 3 days. Within this 3 days, they're going to be telling you they're having some struggles. They're trying to get out of a situation. They're focused. They're moving forward. They're moving forward in a relationship with you. They don't maybe want to say it flat outright, hey, I want to be with you, let's have a future. But they're going to be telling you, hey, I'm having a hard time where I'm living. Or, hey, I'm, frustrated with money in the situation, but I'm positive things are going to get better for me. They're going to most likely just be calling you a lot more. You guys definitely recently got over a fight. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. You're over a fight. And they're ready to start communicating with you so much more often. Let's see where you're at. Oh, the Star card. Crossing you is the 8 of Wands. In reverse, you're not really talking to them very, very much, like very, very often. Okay? You're just kind of hit and miss. You're the kind of person right now that's going to reply, but probably after about 20 minutes that the message has been sitting there. You're like, I'm not in a rush to communicate with them. I'm just taking it slowly, saying a little bit here and there, nothing big, nothing major, just keeping in the loop. You're doing a lot of healing for your own self, and you're just like, I'm concerned about me. I'm concerned about where I'm at emotionally here, and I'm not going to let you come in and ruin the positive vibe that I'm in. Right now, I think you're focused on your body. There's some kind of personal health and healing that you're working on. It could be recovery over some kind of an illness. It could just be working on your mind and memory and mental strength. It could be just coming out of depression, but it could be a numerous amount of other health issues. And I just feel like you're balancing things out for your own health and your own mind right now. A lot of your dreams and wishes are coming true. Could be money, could be traveling, could be good news, could just be the fact of all of those together, and possibly the fact that they're calling you, texting you, actually communicating with you again, and that is a wish fulfillment. So you're pretty pleased, okay? Let's get some clarification there. For some of you guys, I feel like a trip to Ireland may be something you're planning. I don't know who's planning a trip to Ireland. So we have the death card, so we have coffin. So the Seath and the coffin, interesting, an absolute ending. You're definitely clarifying the energy of you're not the same person that you were before. And then here I see the lilies, which is a long-lasting commitment, divine feminine love. And it is like an Empress card. So growth and healing, prosperity and abundance. You're really not the same person they remember. Bottom of the deck for you is mending bridges. Okay, this is you and them coming together, meeting in the middle. This is the card of compromise and getting from one point to the next. Under justice, we have the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Four of Cups. Something pretty important is going to happen for you on the 4th of April. 4-4. And that's very interesting. A money fluctuation may come in at that time. It may be something you don't want, but money improvements are on the way, and there's more money coming your way. All right, and a legal situation, a document, police finding out the truth in a matter affecting the balance. Ace of Cups is a promise of good things to come, though. I just think balance is being restored. You guys have been in a really bad place. You guys weren't talking for a while. You guys were definitely either abandoning them or they abandoned you, but you guys were not on talking terms for a little while there. They feel like you abandoned them in a sense too for part of this. They're like, you know, I'm not the only one abandoning people here. I tried to call, I tried to text, and they wouldn't take my call or they wouldn't respond. So this person feels a little shafted by you as well. It could have been a while ago, but they're like, that happened. Either way, they're coming back up to your good graces. They're asking what they could do to make it better. They're really hoping that you guys can mend bridges, come back together, and possibly start again, have a new start. This person is hoping and praying even for honestly kind of like you to forget what they did in the past. I don't know what they did. It could have been abandonment, could have been rejection. We had a little bit of that there, but they're hoping you kind of forget about it and it's not a big deal anymore. And I'm kind of hearing, we don't talk about Bruno. It's like, can we just not talk about that anymore? If you bring up with the sword what they did, it might just send them running away. I'm hearing, be careful what you say, because if you do bring up the past and kind of ruffle feathers again, they're going to retreat. They're kind of just hoping you guys don't have to talk about what happened. Kind of like, can we just start over without talking about it, without saying what happened? How does this person really feel about you? Karmic partner. Purge. Abandoned. Contemplation. You know, I got this a little bit last week, and I'm going to say it again, and please don't get your feelings hurt. But you got karmic partner for their feelings recently. You're kind of getting it again. They kind of feel like you might be their karmic partner. This may be from a lack of understanding what karma is and what a karmic relationship means. They may have a lack of understanding here, which is why we have contemplation. On the other hand, for some of you, not all of you, they feel like they know they left you for the karmic partner. And it is coming to the truth right now that the abandonment comes up twice. So the abandonment is real. That may be the Bruno they don't want to talk about. How you were abandoned. Bottom of the deck is mute. And this is, I don't understand you. I don't want to talk about it. And I'm also not listening to anything about it. So there is some sense of stubbornness here. I think you are tired of beating a dead horse with the Eight of Wands and the coffin. I think you're like, I have revisited this situation and sought out some kind of an apology or a healing, or for you to show up and fix this. And what you're saying is, I used to look to this person for the answer. I used to look to this person for the healing, that only they could make me happy. And you're just kind of like, I used to look for them to be the one to fix all of this. And now you've surrendered it. You've given that up. And to be honest, I'm giving it to God. I'm giving it to the universe. I'm giving you up. And this has led them to be a little bit full of guilt, but also kind of surprised in contemplation that you have let some of this go. how could you just surrender? Because I don't think you used to. I think you guys used to argue with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Swords. I think you guys got in arguments pretty often about what they did and how you felt justified to say what you needed to say, and that you expected them to show up and fix all of this. So I think in the next coming weeks, or maybe perhaps it recently just happened, but you're no longer looking for the fight. You're like, I'm not going to fight. And we have 8-8. So there's something about 8 years, 8 weeks, if that rings a bell. Perhaps for some of you, 8 months, but 8 may be a big important number right here. And you're just like, you know what? I am beating a dead horse at this point. As much as I tell you what I need from you and what I want you to fix, I'm not getting that response. I'm getting Three of Swords. And I'm tired of being hurt, rejected, and pushed aside. So I'm going to go ahead and stop bickering about what I want you to fix and how I need you to show up. I'm going to surrender you to God, to the universe, and I'm going to hope for the best. And I'm not going to look for happiness where I lost it. Because you lost some respect and happiness in this relationship. To be honest, you lost some respect from them, but you also lost respect for them. And you're like, we've been bickering and fighting for a while. It's not worth it anymore. So energetically, they feel a little bit abandoned because they definitely get the sense that you're washing your hands of them. Hello, divinely guided sunflower. And I really feel like you are, because the star is about cleansing and healing, delivering, rebirth. But it's a card of rejuvenation. It's also what I like to call the comeback card. And you're going to have a comeback. So let's see where you're at with all of this comeback business. Where is the collective at, please, Spirit? Let's see. All right, where are you guys at? Oh. Okay. So you're no longer playing the victim role, the Eight of Swords. Maybe for a while you played that role. And you're like, I'm not doing that anymore. You're just going to be mute, which you don't want to say anything. No. And you're going to act like you're not hearing anything either. This is a little bit of ignoring. You might be ignoring your person to some extent. With conclusion, you're done. Well, you're not done caring, but you're done taking action, Eight of Wands. You are done taking action. Yes, coffin, conclusion to the Eight of Wands. You're like, I'm done giving to that. Just done. Whatever happens out of this, it happens. I think you're realizing you don't have the control that you thought you had to make them fix this by justice ways. But you are learning, I don't have the power over you, but I have the power over me. And by God, that's a mighty force. And you're realizing that they are your projection. So you're working on your inner, because you're realizing what's going on inside of you is showing up in them. And you don't like what you see. So you're learning free will that you have free will to change how you feel and what you experience, but you will not control them. But here's the trick that not a lot of people like to talk about. You don't have the power to control someone else right out, like straightforward. But here's the thing. They show up in your reality how you want them to. So in your reality, in your projection of this person, they don't have free will. So it's kind of funny. I know it's kind of backwards thinking, and some people have a hard time kind of wrapping their head around that thought, trying to understand what that really means. But just think about it here for a second. You don't have the power to control this person and who they're with and where they go and what they do and when they do it. They're going to do what they're going to do today, tonight, tomorrow. They're going to do what they're going to do. But you do have the power to speak and live and exist in your reality. So how they show up is up to you. Because so far they've been showing up, abandoning you and rejecting you and treating you like you are the karmic partner when you're not. But they've been treating you like you are. Because in your mind and in your feelings and in your reality, that's how you've been feeling. This is really going to resonate if sometimes you get confused whether or not you're the divine partner or the karmic partner. And if you've been going through a set of confusion, you are not on solid ground. You do not have a good grasp of your reality. Therefore, you have no control over it. You have to identify the issue to fix it. And if you are back and forth in between not knowing who you are, you will not have the remedy to fix it. You don't have the power nor the ability. So what this star card is bringing to you is clarity. Because you really need to get to a place where you know who you are in this story. Once you get to that place, trust me, you're going to know who you are. There was a time many, many years ago that I felt that way. I would watch readings and I would believe I'm the karmic. And then I would go to another channel and hear a reading and be like, well, no, I'm the soulmate. I'm the divine partner. You know? And it would be very confusing. And I would, my old self, I have grown since then, but my old self, I would get mad at people on their readings and go, this doesn't resonate with me. You have it backwards. It's reverse. Why do you keep talking about this person in this way? You know, and I would be frustrated and I would be like, that's not me. And I had to take a step back from my projection. Like I'm tuning into readers that are reading something that is not me. Why is that? Why am I constantly telling readers they have it reversed? Well, because I had it backwards. And I wasn't the karmic. You know, I had to get a grip of my reality. I had to get a grip that those were not personal, private readings. Those were public. And it's a collective. And they don't know me. They never met me. That reader never once heard my story. They're just pulling cards and being guided as best as they can with their intuition. And the funny thing about intuition, it's not always 100% dead on. Sometimes it will be, but sometimes it's kind of here and there, kind of spotty, like Morse code. So I had to take a step back and realize I cannot be getting offended by people that don't even know me and feel offended. You know, I can't feel slighted. And anyways, I was there, guys. I was there some years back, frustrated like many people today even. And I was just, I was dependent on who people told me I was. So I would go to a reader or I would go listen to readings, and I was like, great, this is going to be confirmation to set me on the right track, to tell me who I am in this story. And it would be great. And then I would be like, okay, now I know who I am. And then I would be going along happy till I got into another reading that said different. And then I would be confused again. It wasn't until I got to a place where I was like, I cannot depend on people to tell me who I am. That's up to me with the star. I decide who I am in the story. I can't be waved, or how do you say, like moved about like a boat. You know, each wave, each reader comes like a wave, and I sway this way and then I sway that way and then this way and that way. How am I so movable like this? Why am I allowing myself to be pulled, but like a tug of war in each story? I had to ground myself and go, I know who I am in the story. And I would get to a place where I wouldn't even comment anymore. If a reading didn't resonate with me, I wouldn't get mad. I moved on. Because once you get to a place where you know who you are, you're not offended. If somebody's saying something, you're not offended because they don't know you. They're not talking to you. You know what I mean? And it took me a while to get to that place. And then it felt so good to just breeze through readings and be like, oh, this doesn't offend me. Or, oh yeah, this is pissing me off, but I'm going to get off the channel and go somewhere else. I never got mad at anyone. And I would always like someone's video, even if I didn't agree with them. I liked it because I supported them for putting their point of view out there. And I was just like, you know what? I don't like your message, and I don't think you're the right reader for me, but good luck out there, you know? Thumbs up. Good luck out there. And I would, wish people well, because that's somebody else's story. And that's kind of the energetical tip that I would give people, just a little tip, and I would only follow where I was called to follow. And sometimes you're going to find out that for like a 6-month period, you're drawn to a couple particular readers, and then your life shifts dramatically. And then you're drawn to a different kind of reader, and you find a few others that are different, and you might watch them for another 6 months. And, it serves your soul however you need to be served. And us readers can come and go in your life. We don't necessarily stick. Now, the ones that you really resonate with, like that you think are very good readers, you'll always go to for money reasons, financial readings, family readings, relationship. You'll find some solid people out there that you're like, I can count on this person to give me a legitimate reading with wherever I'm at in life. And it's good to keep those people in your back pocket, like a business card in the back pocket. It's good to have a few of those out there that you could definitely count on. But for a majority of us, a majority of the readers out there, we're not going to always follow. There'll be those top favorites, And if you find that you go to Mama, me and Mystic Moon, oh, thank you. And yourself, of course yourself. Thank you. Post your channel on here, girl, with your link so we can check you out, okay? Whoever's a reader in here, feel free to post your channel. I'm happy to support you guys, to get you some subscribers or some views, of course. And I wish you all well with your channels very much. So anyways, you're also going to find out that you're going to be tuning into a reader for a specific period of time, like 6 weeks or something. And it's to get you through a moment. And they're dead on. It's like that's reading your life. But then something might shift. So you can do both, honey. You can do both. So don't be surprised if one day you're like going through a tower and Karmicville is crumbling and you're tuned into some reader that is harsh, negative, angry. You might tune into their energy at that moment because that's where you're at. You're in the tower and it gets you through that. But once you go to the star and now you're into recovery and healing, as soon as you turn on your favorite reader for a while, you're like, God, she's rubbing me the wrong way. She's so negative. She's so harsh. She's so focused on this karmic situation and I'm not even into that right now. That's your cue, like, thank you for what you gave me for when you gave it to me, but I'm ready to move on for this moment. I'll keep you in the subs for future references, but I'm ready to go to maybe watch a Reiki channel or somatic healing or yoga or astrology or some source of personal healing and recovery. And you might find that you're watching, you know, counselors, therapists. You might even tune into Dr. Phil. But you'll be tuning into something else for a little while because you're doing the star work. And then, you know, if you find yourself really resonating in the Queen of Pentacles or the Ten of Pentacles, like it's coming up for you a lot, you're probably going to start watching channels that talk about making money, creating businesses, you know, how they're doing it, what's popular, you know, just all this info, you know? And that's just a moment in your life. And once you start decluttering and redecorating your home and like doing feng shui, you might get into that. You might watch Marie Kondo, tidy up my home. You know, you might be watching Fixer Upper. You might be watching, you know, decorating shows and, you know, you might be shopping more and that may be your thing, you know, and because it's a form of healing. So never feel like, well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but don't ever feel like you're getting off track because you're not. Your track is never one-sided. It's just, your track is not just simply one thing and that's it forever. It's going to have all kinds of forks in the road and different avenues to go down for a while. So anyways, where I see you at with the star, and you could have some strong Aquarius and Scorpio energy right now, but you're just like, I'm no longer a victim of being caught up in a psychological drama in which I feel like I'm the rejected one or the victim or the karmic. And you're like, I used to feel bad for myself, but I don't anymore. And once you get to that place where you know you're not the karmic, you feel so much better. So, free will. This is your free will, and you're going to be getting free from them, and you're going to be freeing yourself from your old ways of doing things with them. But most of all, I see you not giving them a lot of your time and energy anymore. I feel like you're doing a great deal of holding back. I just don't see you texting them a whole lot. I mean, it's sporadic for you. It's here and there. I don't see you rushing to answer the phone on the first ring. I see you even rejecting a phone call, hitting ignore or go to voicemail. And the reason why I see you rejecting that is because I think you're busy doing healing. You might be busy working out at the gym, maybe in the spa or the sauna. You might be busy writing a book. You might be busy cleaning or listening to one of the many wonderful videos you're listening to. And you're just like, you know what? I'm a little bit busy for you right now. And I just think if they call, this is metaphorical, they're going to get the busy tone. I know nobody has the busy tone anymore. We're not using landlines, but that's kind of the metaphorical. They're going to be getting the busy tone when they come to you. I mean, honestly, that's where I'm at. That's where I feel. Bottom of the deck here, we have regret. Your energy is going to make them regret. As soon as you start loving yourself, taking care of yourself, doing things for you, not worrying about them, not focused in any way. Once you find the control over yourself and you're able to do some quote unquote ignoring, I really think that's when the light shines down on what they did. And all of a sudden, let me tell you, all those years or months or weeks that you were trying to make them fix what they did wrong and at least see what they did wrong, at least that. You didn't get anywhere. But the simple fact that you're pulling away, it's like magic. Now that's exactly what they're going to be doing. They're going to actually look at the cruel things they've done. Let's go ahead and tap into that. How are you guys doing? I know I put free in the title. It was really to see who would click on. I'm trying to get more seen by YouTube. The more people that click on help promote that. So I've got to use that kind of stuff. I did give a free reading today. I gave it to Linglicious when I started. So I did offer a free reading today. I did honor that. If you are first, when I come live, you're going to get the free reading too. Okay, so I'm going to give you a free reading when you're live with me and you're the first one here. Please click the bell icon so you can see when I'm coming live. Because as soon as I click on and I see someone saying hi, they're getting the reading. Okay, so please do that. But to give you more hope, I am giving more free readings on Saturday. Every Saturday, I try to give away 6 free readings. And they're full-blown readings. They're not just a couple cards. They're full-blown readings. So please tune in to me, especially on Saturdays. Okay? And this reading that I'm doing right now, this is a free reading. It's a free collective reading, but nonetheless, it's free. So you're going to be getting some answers tonight. All right? And if you have any personal questions about your relationship, you want to have something answered to you, please consider donating to my website or my Cash App. It's in the description below. It's $15 and I will channel a message for you and also pull out a card plus the bottom of the deck. And I will give you your answer. Now, it's popular to get a message card and a tarot card. It gives you more insight from them, but you don't have to. Just do what you can afford. Do keep in mind, if you spend $100 or more on any donations, I'll give you a very large reading. Okay, lots of bonus cards. I won't be charging you per card at that point. I'll just be throwing in bonuses. So if you donate over, you're going to be getting a lot more for your money. But that's how it works, right? You know those things that are like, buy 3 and they're all going to be 50% off. Buy 1 and it's full price. You know, it's kind of like that. But anyways, so let's get into what is it that they are regretting when they look back at what they've done to you. And then we're going to see where you guys are headed. The prediction for this connection. Zodiac signs that are the most prominent: Aquarius and Libra, Scorpio, and Taurus. So this is some of the dirt. I know we're meant to be, and I'm committed to our love commitment. Plus, I know I'm running out of time and patience. They played games with you. They played games. This person loves to wear watches. This is going to be a prominent signal for who I'm talking about. And I see the number 44 in the minutes, and I see 29 people in the room. That may also be a prominent number for who this is for you. But look at the 2 watches. Okay. This person played games with you for a while and honestly made you think that more was coming. That's what they did wrong. They gave you the impression that this was really going to go somewhere. And that was wrong. Hi, Christopher Jackson and Kelly. Hi. So they're losing their mind because as soon as you pull away and you're not giving them game and play like you were, they're waking up from all of their games. They also made you feel very terrible about yourself. They made you feel like you were thirsty. They made you feel like you were desperate. They made you feel like you were obsessed with them. And you weren't. And you were like, how could you think that about me? All I ever did was love you and want to give love and life and nourishment to this. And you're accusing me of being desperate and thirsty. Like I just wanted you and only you, and you're all that. There's no way I could ever look at another person but just you. So they made you feel dirty. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Is that how you've been feeling like before all of this? They made you feel dirty. They made you feel like you were just sitting here like a puppy dog begging for treats. Do you know how cruel that is? To make a human being with a heart and feelings and emotions and desires, with a family, with a heart, to make them feel like they're begging. It makes that person feel unworthy. It makes that person feel belittled. It causes a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. And that's what this Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles is. So when it comes to how they feel about you, they know this happened and they're like, Chariot, can we just not talk about that? Can we not talk about the wasted years or the false hopes, the broken promises? Can we not talk about the abandonment, the rejection? Can we not talk about how I left you out in the cold? Five of Pentacles. Instead, they just want to hop in that chariot and go visit you and have good times. Let's go hang out. Let's go see a movie. Let's go to your house for a while. Let's Netflix and chill. Let's, we don't need to talk about that stuff. I had a hard day at work. I'm having a hard life. Seeing you is fun and happy, and I don't want to think about that other stuff. Does that in any way sound fair? And they may say, well, I ask about your day. I check up on you. I'm nice. I ask what you had for dinner. I ask how you're feeling. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad girl. Like, I'm nice. After all they put you through, they want to play nice. And they don't want you to bring up what needs fixing. Again, they're making you feel like the karmic. They've confused you to feel like the karmic, and they're making you feel desperate. Now, I'm not asking you to get mad at that person. I don't want you to sit here and blame them and take out vengeance. What you are doing is seeing the star and knowing this is on me. I allowed you to come into my life. I chose you. I allowed you to call me and I picked up every moment. I allowed you to text and I would respond, however I thought would please you. Me pleasing you was my choice. Me accepting that was my choice. Me believing that I was the karmic was my choice. And this free will card over here and being the victim is, I'm no longer that victim. I am the one making the choices. I am free. I get to say when the shackles are on and when they're off around my wrists. I get to choose how you show up in my reality. It's like you're writing a movie script for your life. They're the character. You're the star. They're the character that's, co-starring with you. And you get to decide what role they get to play in your life. And you're just like, this is how it's going to be, buddy. This is how it's going to be. I am not that person. I am not that karmic girl or that karmic guy. I am not that person. I am not your afterthought. I'm certainly not desperate. I'm not thirsty for you. I have options. Thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and have some closure now to that situation, because that's not me. And you know what? You're going to see me pulling back my energy because no, I'm not that person that you paint me to be. And I'm the painter and I'm the screenwriter. Cool. I'm loving it. We're going to get to where you're headed in a minute. Before I get to that real quick, I want to see what this person wants to say to you, because I'm going to be honest, they're losing their darn mind, honestly. The more you kind of stand your ground, pull away, get a better reality grip of who you are in the story, knowing that you're the divine, not a thirsty karmic, the more that you sit here in your own power, like the magician, they're going to start losing their mind, because they're finally contemplating and awakening at the same time at the games they were playing. So, oh God. Yeah, I'm sorry. There goes the beast. There he goes. Saving us from the basement door. All right. Sorry about that. So we're going to see what he wants to say. You big butt. You're a good boy. I know. Thank you. Thank you for saving us from the basement door. You did good work. He's like, I know. I did. I am the beast. You tell him. Such a good boy. Okay. Anyways, let's see what this person wants to say. Oops, we got one. Got two. We got three. All right. We got this recently too. I'm balancing my energy. All right. So this is a lot like justice. That is the card of balance. I do feel very strong Libran energy. Okay. All right. Let's see what they want to say, huh? Oh, well, big surprise. I regret how I handled things in the past. And you've got that twice now. So, also, my soul yearns for you. And look at that, 3 swords. And this again, I feel heartache. Yeah. I think it's very safe to say they feel bad about what they did. This is the star, the awakening. Honestly, you're waking them up. However long they were asleep, that was your projection. I'm not saying beat yourself up because it's all your fault, but I'm saying you are the magician. And however this projection of a human that you related with responded to you was what you believed in yourself. That story that you played with yourself. Let me close my door. What's going on? Come on. Sumo, come on. Okay. So, I was trying to tell you before the interruption. I'm sorry about that. You know, one of the key components to being able to see your subconscious beliefs, your dreams. Your dreams are going to be playing to you a belief system. Let's just pretend you have a dream. And most of the dreams that you have, you're the third party. Or there's always a third party in your dreams. That's going to be a big sign. And you're going to be able to notice that if you've had more than one dream and it keeps coming back. Third party, third party, third party, third party. It means that is a core belief in your subconscious. And you really believe that at a core level. You may not think of it consciously. You may do some affirmations that make you feel better. You may read good books, listen to good mentors, but deep down, you feel that way. That's a sign. Another sign could be that you might feel very overweight or ugly or unattractive. And in your dreams, you may have a sign like you're naked and everyone's looking at you and disgusted. Or if someone that you're into gets intimate with you and they undress you, they're like, oh God, you need to lose weight. Or I'm just not attracted to you. Or you might see them going off with another better looking person. You know, that could be in people's dreams. And then that's what their core belief is in themselves, is that they are not the prettiest swan in the room. You know, that they are not their person's full attention. So the subconscious could tell you a lot of these things. So watch your dreams and see what your core beliefs are. You might even have very confusing dreams to where like part of your dreams is bad. You guys are arguing and fighting and there's a third party. And then in the next part of the dream, it's, I love you, I choose you, let's be together, let's run away together. And that could be like, what's going on? I'm so confused. Why is it this double story? Keep in mind, that is the narrative you're going to play out in real life. Perhaps you dream about happy things like romance. It's a very good dream, but there's something keeping them from you, like distance. They live in a whole nother country. Or their parents don't like you. Or they're not able to marry you for some reason. Something's holding them back. Age, job, whatever. So if you have dreams to where you can't be together because something is keeping you apart, that's a core belief. So pay attention to how your dreams talk to you. All right, so now we're going to see what's going to be coming up in a prediction for you in this situation. Book of Secrets. Ten of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, the loyal knight. Six of Swords. I see another six. Six of Pentacles. You're at a place where you want more. The prediction is you're going to have an earth sign, and it could be this person, but you're going to have an earth sign coming to give you an offer in the future. Solid. This is going to be marriage. You are going to put down the stories and the narratives that you tell yourself, and you're going to correct your subconscious. You're going to do it with manifestation and knowledge. You're going to be learning some very powerful remedies or some very powerful tricks of the trade. This could be astrology. This could be magic. This could be meditation, visualization practices, whatever. But you finally open up the book of secrets. You get the alchemical book, the book that, you know, represents the high priestess knowledge. So you're going to open up that book, and you're finally going to put down the old remedies, the old things that just don't work. And you're off on a new adventure here. Six of Swords, you finally have resolution. So you're over it. You got your answers. You understand your energy between you and this person. For a while there, you didn't understand. You didn't know your purpose with this person. You didn't know who you were in the story. You didn't know what was going to become. You were just like, I'm lost. Now you're like, I have a good grasp, and I'm over it. I'm over that stupid narrative. That's not my life. This is why you have the new beginning. Ace of Pentacles, fresh, brand new start. You get to create your own reality. Queen of Swords, you've never been more wise than you are right now. And you finally see things clearly, and you realize you have the power. And your word is your wand, and it is ironclad. You are made of steel. You are strong. You are not sensitive. You're not a pushover, and you're not a doormat. And you've never been happier with the Sun card. You're free. What also is beautiful, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, is this beautiful soulmate vibe that the both of you have. You're both wounded people. You're both coming out of brokenness, but that's what makes you perfect for one another. Two broken people make the perfect couple, don't they? You guys are going to be consistently working on this relationship in the future. It is predicted that they're going to want to work on this with you. And Two of Cups, you guys are destined lovers. So it's written in the stars, isn't it? It's meant to be. So you guys are going to have a new beginning in the future. But it all starts with you pulling away and no longer being the victim. That things aren't happening to you. They're happening because you've ordered them to happen in that way. And with death and conclusion, you're putting an end to that. Ten of Wands also says you're putting down any burden. If they are a burden, you're putting them down. If they take up too much time, you're putting them down. You're just saying, I don't have time for your games anymore. I don't have time for it. I have a lot going on, and I just don't have time, and that's not what I want. I want solid, honest effort and solid, honest commitment. So, prediction. And let's get a Whispers of Love Oracle. I'll give you guys the countdown. You have 15 minutes from this point on to post your questions and donate for a reading. Okay, $15. 30 is popular. You get a message card and a tarot. But you can just do one if you want. If you do over 100, you get a full-blown reading tonight. It's like an emergency reading, which is over $200 for half price. So think about it. But you've got 15 minutes, okay? So Cash App or my website. So let's see what's going on. Prediction for you. And then I'll do one card for each zodiac sign here as soon as I get this oracle. Whew, you have appreciate this moment. The number 33. That could be a very big number for you. Shells. Shells. You might be wearing shells, collecting shells, decorating with shells, whatever. That could be a big sign. Appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. And this is very Queen of Cups. I mean, she is clearly the ocean queen. Bottom of the deck is show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. So I think you're going to be very kind. The prediction is your kindness is going to bless you. If you're kind to animals, expect kindness to come back. If you're kind to people, same thing. So this is reciprocity here. And you're coming out of a dark time. All right. Well, before I move on to the zodiacs, let's just get a love oracle and see what it says. Okay. You are abundant in all areas of your life because love is influencing your decisions. You love yourself, you're abundant. Witchy Sabrina, I see what you've got there. What will I... Oh, and it zipped away. I'll just post your question here in a second. Bottom of the deck, you are giving too much and not leaving anything for yourself, or you haven't been in the past. You may feel drained. Establish boundaries in your relationships. I think that's exactly what you're doing. You're going to be predicting here, establishing boundaries, because you are not that desperate person. As soon as you start walking into your wealth, with this star card, this is great abundance. They're going to start realizing where they were wrong with you, okay? They're going to realize that you are the sweet, kind, loving individual that you are, and you sure as HE double hockey sticks are not the karmic.
Can I still eat this?
Yeah.
Yes.
So believe me, you're going to see how they start regretting this real soon, real fast. Very much. So watch. And they're going to balance things out, but they have to kind of wake up, right? The awakening. They've got to do that, and that's the actions I think they're going to take. They got to see where they were wrong and how they kind of influenced you in the wrong way. And they're going to be contemplating. But I want you to take notice. You triggered this. You did this. You triggered this reaction because it wasn't happening until you healed yourself and you loved yourself. Until this happened. And that's when you decided to be that exquisite divine feminine energy. And they are going to touch base with you. They are going to connect with you. This is not a break. This is you pulling your energy back, coffin, and saying, I'm not desperate, I'm not thirsty, and I'm sure as heck not the karmic. So you stepping back into your power. That's the shift. It was always up to you. Maybe you just hadn't realized it, but it was always up to you. And this is going to force them into a position that they should be in because it's your will. Where's my other deck? There it is. So this is the conclusion you've come to. You're going to be mute. You're no longer going to be the victim. You're just going to ignore any irrelevant energy. It's not for you. Okay? All right. Hard to believe they thought this was you. Hard to believe, but it's true. But it's coming to an end. You're going to hear about it. And they do absolutely hope that you guys can get to a better place. You know, it's weird. It's like the moment you reflected on yourself, they realized who you are. But see, your confusion is what did it, my friend. You, like I said earlier about 20 minutes ago, if you don't know who you are in the story, they don't know who you are, or they're going to confuse you with like the karmic. So it's not until you know who you are in the story without a shadow of a doubt. And it doesn't matter what you hear. It's not going to sway you because you know who you are and you're solid, that they're going to start recognizing who you are in the story, because they are a projection of your reality. And seriously, if you walk around not knowing, it's no surprise they're walking around treating you like a karmic. You always had the power. You just didn't know it. Kind of like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. She didn't realize she always had the power to go home. So you just didn't realize, did you? You always had the power to manifest a solid relationship. You always did. Hi, Karen. All right, so we're here. Let me zoom off and see who paid in the Cash Apps, and I'll be right back. If you still have a few minutes to post your questions. So again, Cash App or my website. Let me know how many questions you paid for. They're $15 each, and what your questions are, okay? I'll be right back. I'm going to go check about Keith in the 3D this week. So 2 cards, and that's what she's going to get there. And then Hector paid for 1 card, plus bottom of the deck. And so it's Hector and Sabrina. All right, so let's see what we're going to be getting out of this. Let's start with Sabrina. You were the first one. Let's see. Thank you, Hector and Sabrina, for your donations. I can't wait to channel and see what comes in for your situation. Hector, please post your question for markers so he knows your question and we can keep track. So when I'm ready to get on you, I already got your question and I can start to do it. Karen Marie, can I send 15 through Super Chat for a question? Super Chat, it would be $30 because the corporation that handles Super Chat, they take about 50% of the donation. So I don't get all of it. So you can, it would just be to get $15 to me, it would be $30 on Super Chat, but you are welcome to do that. But my website takes international and any form of payment. So that, you know, you don't have to download any app or anything. You could just go to the website and hit donate and you can pay there as well if you don't want to do Cash App. Okay. Spirit, please guide and direct me right now for Sabrina. What is she going to learn about Keith in the 3D? Let me channel. Let me be a vessel of truth. Show me. What is she going to learn about Keith? Keith isn't exactly who he says he is, by the way. I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm saying he has characters. I got a vision of, this is ridiculous, but Rango, the movie, the lizard. And at first I got an image of an iguana, like a lizard. And then I saw the movie Rango, and I'm like, what's going on there? And what's telling to me is how Rango pretended to be what they needed. He pretended to be a sheriff because he knew they needed one. So he stepped up to be playing the part. And in the midst of his faking, he became the real sheriff, you know? I kind of get the feeling like he's definitely playing and pretending a role. And he plays and pretends a role with you for what you need, but he also plays other roles. And he has a very hard time being genuine with himself. He does struggle. So in other words, Keith is a man of many masks. And you may learn that this week in 3D. You may learn that he plays roles. You may learn a different part of him that you didn't see before. Good or bad, I don't know. Let's see. Holy Spirit, please guide and direct me. What is Sabrina going to learn about Keith this week? In the 3D, please show me through these cards about Keith. All right, so bottom of the deck over here for Keith, we see ascending. And this is very Six of Swords. This is, I am going to go from one side to get to the other. I'm going to overcome. I'm leaving. I'm moving. He's traveling. He might be going to a cold place or leaving a cold place, but he's going to be traveling soon, and you might hear that this week. It may have something to do with skiing. And the place he may travel may have the word crystal in it. You might also hear about something about someone named Crystal. Whatever that's about between you and Keith. I do feel like he is coming to a conclusion and he's making a decision, because that Winter card really strikes me like the Ace of Swords. He's making a decision on where he wants to live. He really dreams about moving to a different place, though. He might even just talk to you about a place he might wish to go or a place he wishes to be. You might learn that he's got ties or dreams to be somewhere. You might get nervous if you feel like he's thinking about moving, because you don't want him to move away. And if anything, by God, you'd want him to take you with him. I do think he might be getting a job offer. Or he might be looking at a job somewhere else. You haven't talked to him in years? Okay. Well, he's definitely thinking about moving, and I do think he's gotten a job offer to move to a place. Maybe even moving to a place by water, perhaps. Bottom of the deck in the tarot, we have the Hierophant. Marriage, government, public, could be a company, a large group of people, a corporation, an official building, or an official situation. Ten of Pentacles. Money, contentment, signing of a money agreement. There is some kind of financial agreement. I really feel strongly there's a job calling him. Honestly, like it all kind of fits together that there's some kind of a corporate job or a good job offer somewhere that's going to pay him well. And he's really considering making that move, making that transition. I definitely feel like this is a yes. I think he's going to be really wanting to say yes. This could be a marriage. It could be that he is with someone. I don't know for sure, but both of these cards do speak of marriage. More than anything, though, I just get strong work, commitment, strong, I want to move to this location and be committed there for a long time. I do feel that. I feel like he's stepping up in life. I feel like he's going to the next level. He's growing up. He's becoming better. He's maturing. He's elevating. He's progressing. And he's becoming wiser. But I do think that you might be hearing that he may be moving. I honestly do. And the fact that you haven't talked to him in years, it makes you wonder. I think he wants to provide for a family better in some way. I don't know if he already has a family. He may want to help just provide for his parents, but there's some kind of, I want to be a better provider. I want to make more money and I want to be a better provider, period. So to be honest, he's very focused on career. Career is very important to him. Yeah. So this is a critical situation that's going to come up. But that's what I have for him, girl. That's what I see is going to be coming up. I do think he's wearing masks. I channeled that with Rango. You know, he's playing a part. You know, he's trying to be what people need him to be. I think it's going to work out better for him. And if he has to fake it till he makes it, so be it. But he's trying to be better. And he's working on it. And I think he's going to find himself. I do. And I think in regards to you, he is coming to a place where he needs to step up for you. And in some way, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, how he's been isn't right for you. And this, who he's becoming, that would be right for you. So either way, he's being pulled and guided, Six of Swords, to leave troubled waters, to go for the smoother waters, to leave things behind, to be a better person, and to be a better provider. So I think ultimately he wants to be who you need, who he needs, and possibly who his family needs. But he wants to step up because he wants to feel important and he wants to feel needed. So I see that happening for him. Okay? So that's what I got for you, girl. So now Hector, whoa, that's a bonus. Markers, can you, I don't know if Hector's in here, but just write down for Hector to know where we're at whenever he comes back. This is his reading at 83 minutes, whenever that is. You're welcome, Witchy Sabrina. I will put my link in the comment section. Good night. You're so welcome. Thank you so much, honey. You're welcome to do that, and I appreciate you for donating. May you have a lovely, lovely evening. Good luck with him, and it sounds like life's going to be getting better for him. So I wish him the best, and I hope the best for you as well. All right, Hector. So Hector, you have one card. In that case, I would like to do... an oracle for you. Because I feel like that gives you more bang for your buck, more for your money. Oh, Doja, he posted his questions? I don't see it. Oh, there you are, H. I've been feeling my person's energy. I just wanted to check in on the connection. Oh, okay. All right, H, I got you. You've been feeling their energy. You just want to check in. All right. So I am choosing to do the Alice in Wonderland oracles. They're very telling, and I can really see what your person's energy is. Okay, because you've been feeling them. So let's just see what's going on, what you've been feeling. Hi, Asia. Spirit, please guide and direct me right now for Hector. He's been feeling his person's energy, and he would like to know what that person's energy is in regards to him. Does your person like horror movies, Hector? Because I just got like visions of different horror movies. I also got a big whiff of lilies. And I'm going to be honest, lilies mean death, in my opinion. Because the one flower that you smell in a funeral home and at funerals, and I've been to a lot of them, is lilies. So whenever I smell lilies, it just reminds me of the church, of being in funerals and wakes, if you will, rosaries, people's houses when you're visiting them and someone's passed. It's just a very overwhelming smell of lilies. And I don't know if your person is going through a death. It could be symbolic. It could also be someone might have died recently in that person's energy. But we'll see how it goes in the reading. But I definitely got this vibe from your person, like they love horror movies. And it's the artistic visualization in the movies that make it so intriguing. The sounds, the smells, the stories, the music, the buildup. I feel like your person's very creative and could be a very good director, screenwriter, book writer, things of that nature. And, you know, those zodiac signs tend to be very Pisces, very Gemini, very Leo. They love to write all of those things and be a part of all of that creation. So I feel like there's a great love there of creativity and excitement and storytelling. So I do feel like your person feels like you and this person have a very deep connection. I also feel one of you is very, very psychic, where you can see spirits on the other side or hear them, feel them, some kind of a seance, some kind of ghost hunting, if you will, just being able to communicate with that energy. So I don't know if that's you or this person, but I felt that either way when I tapped into your reading. So a lot of psychic energy, and being able to pick up on objects that hold psychic energy. Okay. And he may have, or this person may have recently just gotten a watch or a piece of jewelry of something from someone that passed. So that may be holding some energy. I don't know. So the cards have nature communication, bottom of the deck, very beautiful, very artistic. And follow your own good advice. I like that they're both upright. This person may have very beautiful eyes, or this person may feel like you have very, very beautiful eyes, because both of these images, wow, those eyes really pop out. So the eyes are the window to the soul. Oh, and we talked about lilies. And this says flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. Your person may definitely be getting excited about all the flowers popping up in spring. All the flowers that can be coming up. This person may be very big on plants and flowers. Maybe you are, but they're just, either you remind them of these plants and flowers, or maybe those plants and flowers remind you of them, but there's just like this great excitement for all the beauty and the colors that are going to be popping up now this spring. And then we have trust yourself. You know what's best for you, but you don't always listen. Your person has some regrets. This is very 5 of Cups. There's some tears, remorse, and some guilt. Your person regrets something that they did with you. Kind of wish they didn't. And they knew better later, but they didn't know better at the time. So your person is like, I wish I would have trusted my intuition at the time, but I didn't trust it. Now I kind of regret that. Number 10 does herald new beginnings. And here we have, come, there's no use in crying like that, said Alice to herself rather sharply. I advise you to leave off this minute. She generally gave herself that advice, although she very seldom followed it. There are times when we become overwhelmed and we begin to feel as if there would be nothing better at all than to collapse, cry, and run into ourselves, especially if we've made a bad judgment call. It's understandable, and sometimes we are permitted to express this in great grief, lots of tears, lots of sorrow. However, once Alice has cried, a good cry, about something that seemingly is unsolvable, unfixable, about forgetting something very important, she tells herself that continuing to cry is not of any use. This stern command to her emotions brings her back to a place where she can contemplate what's best. Anytime someone makes an error, it's helpful to grieve a little for the difficulty they've created. But once they've done that, to continue, the sadness serves only difficulty. It's best to follow Alice's example. Cry, then stop, and follow better advice, your own good sense. Receiving this card means you know what you need to do. You need to clear, ground, and center yourself so you can contemplate what to do next. This card also says that you do know what's best, and often you give great advice, even to yourself, but that you don't always follow it. You're being advised gently to settle emotionally and think through a problem. Stop admonishing yourself and follow your own good advice. Perhaps treating yourself like a close friend will help you to calmly move forward without criticizing yourself too harshly. For the situation you currently find yourself in needs change. And you can change this if you follow this advice. So the divination of this card is harsh self-judgment for a mistake or an error made, unmet personal expectation causing inconsolable sadness, a reminder to detach, to find clarity, and to trust your own guidance system. Listen, Hector, your person is in regret. They're thinking about you. Your person's missing you. Your person's reminded of you. There's been a very difficult ending between the both of you. Your person regrets maybe what was done, what was said. They didn't listen to their own advice that they would have given themselves, and they look back and think, I should have done it different. I should have done it better. This person needs to get out of crying over spilled milk. And this person needs to stand up and communicate with you. But it's not time yet. Your person will communicate when it's the right time. Right now, the reason you feel your person a lot is the guilt and remorse that's very heavy. And they would love nothing more than to kind of go back and have a redo. But they know that's not possible. This nature communication is, nature's trying to help them feel better and communicate. Flowers may help them communicate. Trees, nature around them. But they're learning to find peace. Your person's been very sad lately. Maybe even grieving over the death of someone or something. But a lot of grief has overcome your person. And springtime is one of the only blessings. It sparks creativity in your person and makes your person feel like life can begin again. So I just think you've been feeling your person's sadness, missing you, yearning for you, wanting to be closer, wanting to talk about regrets, but your person can't come to that conclusion. I think the best therapy for you or your person is going to be planting flowers, tilling the ground, getting ready to get seeds and plant flowers for spring. I think that's going to be very healing. Or perhaps just purchasing, pre-potted plants and flowers, creating a little nature oasis. It's going to be very healing to get through the grief. But that's what I got for you, Hector. Okay. So maybe they've been a little bit in a nightmare. It's been a little scary for your person lately, living some kind of a horror film, regretting and thinking, God, wake up, buddy. Look where you're going. Look behind you. It's, how we yell at people in movies. It's kind of like you look back at your life and you're watching yourself through a movie, like, look behind you. Oh my God, the killer's behind you. And it's like, look, and they're not looking. This is kind of how he's looking back on his life. Look behind you. What are you doing? Walking into a wall like a bonehead? Regrets. But we've got to make the most of it. So I think once your person gets over being sad and in grief, they're going to feel much better. And I think this is a springtime energy. I think you guys are going to have new life and a rebirth of something between the both of you. There's growth, Empress vibes with the flowers. So there's growth, there's opportunity, and there's some kind of rebirth and transformation. So I do think that things are going to get better, not worse. Okay? So look out for that. But that's what I have. I love you guys. Thank you, Hector. Oh, I soothed your energy. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. I really hope I did. I'm here for you. If you need anything, I'd love to do more with whatever questions you have. And just thank you so much for letting me read for you. I appreciate that. And the reading the collective today, Hector, is probably a lot to do with you and this person, because we got heavy regret in the collective. So I know that collective must hit home for you. Okay, because that's really where your person's at. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's it. No one else has any other questions? Asia, hi, honey. Something happened. Oh, you should be in bed, Missy. Well, it's spring break. I get it. What happened? Oh, Steph, can we do my channeled message tonight? If not, no worries. Oh, you just prefer tonight, or you prefer night. Yeah, we can do that. Give me a little breakdown of your situation, just a little something so I can tap into your energy. I need to connect. I need to tether to a story or a situation. Please, that would be helpful. WM, thank you, Steph. Your power is so amazing, and how the universe sends you to my feed at the perfect time is amazing. Good night. Thank you, WM. Yeah, I'll give you a minute. Good night, Stephen. It's good to have you here. Okay, so Asia, someone is bullying me, so I bullied them back because I was standing up for myself. But when people are mean to me, I get very impulsive. Yeah, because you feel like no one's protecting you. You feel like no one's protecting you, so you have to protect yourself. And it's like getting a little kitten who's helpless, and they're growling at you and hissing like they're really going to do damage, because they're out in the world alone and their mama's not there to, be there to protect them. So you might feel at school like you're vulnerable, and it's very terrible. I'm not a huge fan of public school myself because of these situations, and it leaves a lot of you kids vulnerable to other kids, and you're not watched at every given second. There's too many kids to watch, too many kids to protect. So a lot of you guys are left vulnerable out there, and these things are going to happen. I will tell you, Asia, the best thing you can do to protect yourself from bullies is to make them look stupid. Really, make them look dumb. Call them out in front of a lot of other people whenever you're being bullied and just say, hey, why are you doing this to me? What did I ever do to you to make you do this to me? Did I do something to you personally? What was it that I've done that is making you try to torture me and make my experience here at school so terrible? Do you just have so much hate in your heart that you love to hate people? Are you just cruel inside? Are you just very, very unhappy at home that you just find joy in making me feel terrible? That's how you make people feel stupid, because believe it or not, even the worst of people have a heart. And if you call them out in front of everybody, they'll usually give you some snide remark and walk away. But honestly, you touch their heart. You do. You touch their heart and you call on that spirit in them. It's called conviction. And that's when the Holy Spirit goes into people's hearts in a moment of conviction, because they have the Spirit in them. They're just choosing to be another type of person. She is calling me toxic, a bad friend, and a liar. And she said that I hurt people. And she also said that that's why people stop being my friend, because of my attitude. Well, just call it out and say, maybe I do have an attitude, and maybe I have hurt people, but you don't know what's going on in my life. And I am sorry that I've hurt people. I didn't mean to on purpose. And if it just comes out, I am sorry. And I'm sorry to anyone that I've hurt. That's not what I want to do to people. I want to be good to people. I don't want to hurt people. And I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to help myself. That's what I would say. Always call on people's good side. Try to bring the good out of them, because everyone has the ability to nurture and to help. And if she feels she's protecting other people because you're bad, that's her energy of, I want to protect. But if you let her know that, hey, I'm not the bad guy here, I'm going through something too, you call on her good nature and she'll want to protect. But whatever's going on inside of you, Asia, is being projected. So if you're being bullied, there's something inside of you that doesn't feel balanced. with who you are. You may not like a specific part of yourself. Okay, and when you don't like something in yourself, you project other people to point out things about you. It's a mirror. It's not always spot on, but it's a mirror. And when you're feeling bad about you or anger at yourself, it can come off with other people projecting that onto you. So start working on how you love yourself. We talked about salt baths. Don't forget to take those. We talked about soft music, being around animals and being in nature and grounding. That's going to help you to love yourself. Okay, and always be able to talk to spirit. We're about to see each other soon. Unavoidable. Okay. I don't know what his energy is towards me, who he is anymore, what the truth is, why he betrayed me, etc. I'm one channeled message from letting go. And what does his name be? What is his name and how long has it been since you guys have communicated? Oh, I still don't know the truth. He went silent. He was my BFF and tarot all over his energy. I don't know truth anymore. Channeled messages from Matt. Okay. How long has it been since you've seen Matt? And I will channel, but I'm going to pull a couple cards to just anchor. I have to anchor my reading. In June. Okay. Definitely feel some devil energy around Matt. You were left with no answer after dating him for 2 years without the title. All right. Well, for one, he's going to start communicating with you. Once you see him, when it's unavoidable, you guys are going to start communicating again. There's this new birth to this energy, and it's just going to be like lots of communication. He's really not going to want to be clear with you about what's really going on in his life. He wants to kind of keep you in a mystery, okay? He's very happy to see you. He wants to say more, but it's not time yet. He did get involved with somebody after you, but it's not working out with that person. I do feel that person was karmic in some energy, and there's an Ace of Swords kind of slicing through that. All right, so he's kind of getting back on track in his life. I do think he's definitely in the midst of getting out of some other commitment. Now let me channel what he wants to say here. B, it's been a long time since we've talked. It's not that I don't think of you, because I think of you all the time. I think of you much, much more than you'd even realize. I just feel like our connection got to a place that couldn't go any further. I felt like we weren't going to grow, that you weren't really in a place where I wanted to be, and we couldn't go further together. It was like we were paused and stopped in time, and it couldn't manifest into more. I always know you wanted more. I've always known you've wanted more. But at the time, I just can't give that to you. I don't even know where I'm at today. I'm still figuring myself out. I don't have it all figured out. I've been involved with other people. I've recently gotten out of another situation. It's not going well. I'm definitely seeing my toxic patterns. I'm seeing where the problems lie within me that aren't resolved. I'm on a road of improvement. I'm on a road of loving myself and figuring out what I want in life. I don't want to hurt you. I keep my distance so you don't see what I'm up to, what I'm doing, and who I'm seeing. Because you might wonder what's wrong with you. Why couldn't we go any further? So I've kept you in the dark. It's because I care. It's because I'm not trying to hurt you. I just don't feel like we're super compatible at this time. I feel like I need space. I feel like I need to figure out who I am and what I want. I just honestly didn't feel like you're very sure about who you are either. Like there's a part of you that just seems so free, so careless, and so go with the flow. And to be honest, it made me feel very unstable, uncertain. I didn't want to build on a relationship that didn't feel very secure. Secure financially, secure in our careers, secure in our families, secure in our beliefs. I wanted those to align, and I just didn't feel like they were. I've definitely changed since the last time you saw me. I'm open to communicating with you now. I'm happy to see you. It brings joy to my heart to see you, to talk to you. It's a very big relief. And I am open to communication, but I don't want to go back to the past. And if you start bringing those things up, or if you start being how you were before, it's just going to push me away more. I don't want to go backwards. I just want to go forwards. I'm not sure what I want. But I know that if we connect and that spark is still there, there's no telling what our future could be. I am open to seeing what we could become. I'm willing to communicate and get to know you again, if you get to know me again as well, and know that we're different people, and I hope you're different, because I don't want a repeat of the past. I do think of you. very much. So don't think I walked away and just never looked back. I looked back. I looked back. I wanted to check in on how you were doing and what you were up to. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. I'm excited. But I have no plans for the future. I'm just open. All right, so that's what I channeled there, B. Again, I'm just kind of just blabbing off at what comes to my mind. I can't recall everything I'm saying. It just flows out of me. But based on these cards, there's a lot of joy and happiness and excitement about this communication and seeing you, Eight of Wands. So I do feel like this has potential. Okay. Potential. And it's just communication's going to start. The spring is the birth of flowers, like things are growing and bursting and becoming, and it's very new. It's a fresh new page. This is kind of an observation. This is, I need a new perspective. This is, I have to stop and stand still, go through something and like just see it differently through different lenses. So this is kind of taking off the rose-colored glasses and just looking at things for what they are and being open for fresh, new, crisp results. And look at that, we have refocus. So refocusing our energy, getting on track, seeing things very crisp and clear, very Ace of Swords, getting a nice, good understanding of who we are, okay? So I don't know, that's what I'm feeling, B. Pisces energy is here, and Leo, and Sag. All right. Well, that's what I got for you, girl. All right. No, thank you. Got it. Thank you. You're so much stuff. I understand what happens next. That's what I needed to hear. Okay. There is no potential or anything anymore. I've decided. Thanks again, Steph. I needed to hear that. Oh, well, what did I say that made you, you know, feel that way? What was it that kind of clicked for you? You love it? Thank you. Oh, good. You know, I'm glad whatever was said helped something click for you. You know, that is why we do this. It's why we do these cards. That's why we do them. I hope you find healing and happiness. And I hope that things go really well for you. I really do. Thank you for watching, and thank you for ordering a reading from me. Thank you. All right. Well, I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and head off to bed. Good night, markers. And good night, everybody. Good night, Samina. Oh, good to see you. And Doja, I love you. Good night. Asia, you were feeling impulsive, and I was nervous and mad and sad. Aw, you have a lot going on, Asia. So you're naturally very sensitive. You have a lot going on in your life. You know, you got impulsive after she tried to give my wrist. I pulled back and almost scratched her, but my social worker went to get me because he knew something was up and I could hurt my friend. Okay. Yeah, and for her to grab your wrist when that's a very sensitive part of your body was not a good thing. And you just feel very pushed, exposed, and vulnerable. And you're learning, Asia, how to react when you feel vulnerable, you know? And you don't have all the tools. You don't have impulse control. You're still young. That's what's going on with your brain development. You do not know how to have self-control, okay? You're learning those things. So don't beat yourself up on that. Don't, not at all. Neither does your friend. She doesn't have any impulse control either. Neither of you do. And that's why it's just a little bomb waiting to explode. But this was a learning experience, and you're going to reflect on this, and so is she. And, you know, just remember, in your vulnerability, that takes strength. And when you're going through something, it's okay to say, hey, I'm going through this, and I'm not myself. So don't be afraid. And don't be mad at yourself. Okay? Because it's all learning. Well, good night, Linglicious. I love you. Good night, Markers. I love you too. You guys sleep well. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lots of love and good night. Thank you all for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.